It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. WTF. Why is Vanderbilt getting both praise and backlash for having their women's soccer player kicked during last weekend's football game? Well, luckily for us, Red Pill Jen will fill us in. Now on the Joe Padula Show, absolutely.
We fit into kick it.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, click like, leave your comments. Definitely help us out and share this video now, all right? Appreciate you. We'll give you a prize if you... We'll pick someone who shares the video. We'll give them a prize. Give them a White Claw. I don't know what the legal ramifications is on that. I'll get with the legal team. Lawyer Wayne?
Has to be done in an autonomous zone.
Okay.
Don't want to run afoul of the liquor license.
That's right.
Joe gave the wrong person a White Claw. I saw it, did you?
We're not checking any IDs. Just come on in. Share away.
I don't know who would want this crap anyway.
Oh, don't insult the man.
I know the man gives me a White Claw and I'm mean. What can I say?
So, this past weekend, right? Sarah Fuller, huh?
Yep, that's the one.
I'd never heard of her before.
No.
Never heard of her.
She's kind of a big deal.
I guess. I mean, who? Sarah Fuller.
Sarah Fuller.
Was she on the Vanderbilt soccer team?
Correct.
Yeah.
She was the goal.
You don't follow
No.
Vanderbilt soccer
Right?
team?
No.
Well, that's why you've never heard of her.
I don't follow football.
She's really kind of a big. I mean, she had literally just last week come off of the SEC women's soccer championship.
The Southeast Conference.
Yeah. So she.
That's pretty impressive.
She's an impressive athlete, and you got to figure. I mean, she's going to an Ivy League school, and
She's
you know.
6'2".
Is she that tall?
Yeah.
I was gonna look, but I didn't figure. Her.
They gave her stats. You know what they left out? Her weight. Why? Why would they leave out her weight?
Because it's rude.
It's true.
Yeah.
But in her age.
Here,
your business.
This is what she looks like. She's originally from Texas, Wiley, Texas.
She's a nice-looking young woman.
Wiley, Texas.
Yeah, Wiley,
Wiley,
Texas.
Texas.
Right here, let's. Where is she? Oh, don't. I'll have to pull it up. I'll get her later.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep going. Okay. So.
Okay, so the reason she was brought in to start with is the fact that the special teams for Vandy football they either had COVID or had been exposed to it, or due to contact tracing and all of that good stuff, they couldn't get together and do and practice, and so the next logical thought, I guess, to them was to bring in a kicker from soccer. Now, the big question is that first of all. And the reason that they're catching a lot of heat is why a female soccer player?
Why not a male soccer player? Oh, okay.
So that's kind of the big thing. And then I think what maybe ticked a lot of people off too is the fact that along with one of the players from University of Florida, she was actually named the Special Teams Player of the Week.
Yeah.
And she kicked a 30-yard squib, which, I mean, is nothing comparatively to some of the kicks that she's pulled off in soccer. Oh yeah, I mean she's got a hell of a leg on her. There's no.
I watched some of her
her
goalie footage because she's a hell of a goalie.
Yeah.
She really is, and she's got a foot on her. But I mean the point was though is I mean I just did some independent research because I'm like, well, I mean 30 yards, that's really nothing that special.
Well, it depends on what you're doing on purpose or not.
No, it's hard to kick a field goal if you ain't never kicked the field goal.
But here's the thing: they didn't even
That
bring her
wasn't
in
a
for
field
a field
goal.
goal.
No,
it was
it
just
was-
kick goal.
That's where you
kickoff.
kick
It's a
it,
kickoff.
and then the other team's
this-
got to run it back at you.
So she,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Here,
so
let's look at the video.
she
real
only
quick.
kicked it to the 30-yard line.
She squibbled it.
Here she is.
Yeah.
Do you think she's wearing a cup? Fair question.
I think so because trust me, as a female, it doesn't feel very good to get
and believe you me,
punted down there.
She looks better in real person than in this uniform.
Well, she didn't stay on the team to try to tackle. She didn't stay on the field to try
No.
to tackle people once
No.
the,
Well,
kicker
no, she
kicker
just-
runs away,
she's
right?
the
No,
kicker.
they
Yeah.
downed it.
Well,
So she squibbled it and they downed it. So he
Right.
took it and just
Yeah.
laid on the ground with the ball.
Here, let's-
Actually, it's,
Okay.
Let's take a look.
there's a severe penalty if you tackle the kicker. I think it's
No.
like 20,
No.
20
The
some
kick-
odd yards.
The kicker is the last
No, you're
person
talking-
of defense
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
they kick
I
it
assume
out.
it's rare that a kicker gets involved in it. But
Yeah.
It's
it
a
is.
rarity. Yeah.
I mean, that's lame.
That was a low kick.
That is lame, and she didn't even make
Great
it.
kick.
So I'm hearing
Kick it all the way down.
So I'm hearing that was actually a designed play.
Right.
They wanted to scribble kick.
The
Squibble
coach,
kick it.
the coach said that, who got fired on Sunday also, not because of this stuff, but because his team sucks. What's the team's record?
0-8.
0-8.
0-8.
Yeah, 0-8.
Well, and here's the thing. This is at the beginning of the second half. Why would you squib a kick at the beginning of the second half, especially if they're losing 21-0 at this point in the game?
So
Like, what do you have to
the
lose?
plan with that design is, because I played football for a while, the plan with a planned squibble kick like that is to hoping that the other team cannot control the ball as it's scribbled kick
Right.
to it. It gives your outside players here a chance to run in and try to take the control of the ball.
It's like it's like an extended
Offside kick.
offside
Yes,
kick.
yes.
Right. And if you're down, and what they end up losing? 41 nothing.
It was
Shut out.
horrid.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
like 40.
It was 41-0.
Yeah, it was something
41-0.
like that. Yeah.
They got shut out.
Oh, Bay.
But is that her only kick?
That's
Yeah,
it.
no, they never got down to the zone to where she can kick a field goal.
Yeah, one kick.
Well, Sarah, you made history today. The first female.
But see, I mean, like,
I told you they about to change. It's about to change.
this is a girl in soccer. If they're looking at her stats, has a .97 goals against average. That is outstanding.
She's epic. Yeah, she's a great athlete.
Get out of here with this. You're a huge soccer star.
Yep.
Why would you want your name to be affiliated with this, with that kick?
Oh, it's a stunt. It's gonna. So we're all
It's a publicity
watching it and
stunt.
talking
But,
about
yeah,
it. Now
who's-
she gets her name out there. It's
Everyone's
fine.
talking about. But I mean, the thing is, she was invited, and the coach
Yeah.
did. I mean, the special teams coach did invite her, so she didn't go to them and say, "Hey guys, can I kick for you?"
You're gonna say no.
I mean,
Why
yeah,
wouldn't
she
they get a guy
absolutely.
from the guys soccer team? That was a great point.
Because their soccer team sucks.
Yeah,
There you go.
and I want to reiterate.
Sorry.
I want to reiterate that. I mean,
Fair
I
enough.
personally don't care if it's a male or a woman, as
Yeah.
long as they do the job right. But what, and again, the thing that is making people say that it's a publicity stunt is, again, I mean, why would she be named the special team player of the week?
I know.
If not,
a co-special.
if not for the reason that she's a woman. And I just, as a female,
Okay.
I feel like that's almost, it's patronizing.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean-
It's such a rarity when you have a co.
Yeah.
They gave it to another guy who ran like a punt return.
It was like 80 yards.
It was a huge
It's
punt
crazy.
return that turned the whole game around.
Yeah, totally.
In Florida. Okay?
Yeah.
And so, boom, this guy does something great. And don't get me wrong, good for her. She's a hell of an athlete.
But not on
I
that
love
play.
him. I love him tall, too. But to give her I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it feels.
Why
patr-
just
it's-
give her the co because she's a girl?
I mean, I can't say obviously that's why they did it, but it doesn't sit right with me because of, and like you just explained, because of the greatness of that other play of the week.
Right.
This just it pales in comparison. I mean,
How
I
do you
looked
think
up.
that guy feels?
I know, right?
Ah,
I looked up some of the stats, and it's like, I think the worst NFL kicker, his current average is about 24.5 yards, and hers was 30.
That's
I mean,
only her first kick, though.
Yeah.
I know. I was just trying to look at it in terms of yardage and whatnot, just to kind of give myself. I mean, I follow football. I've always loved football, but I kind of just wanted to, something to compare it with in my own mind.
I get the point of it. If they got her down to the red zone and she did kick a field goal, then
Yes.
then she
Awesome.
can get that co.
Absolutely.
Right.
But the fact that
Absolutely.
she only did that one kick and it didn't amount to a lot of things. It still got 30 yards.
Look at those
I'm
thighs.
still confused on it and why she got
It's
co-player.
the soccer
you
player
know?
legs.
Those
And
are the
that's-
soccer player
For
legs.
me,
yeah.
that's my logic too. Is why did she get that co-player thing? And the only thing I can think of is because of her gender.
Oh, no. Why is
And-
she doing political stuff on her Instagram? Now you have no.
That's what you got to do as an athlete, man.
yeah.
No.
You got to brand yourself.
Don't pull.
You gotta
Let me
push the
tell
right
you.
buttons.
When was that? What was the date of that one? Oh boy, 9 weeks ago. Listen, I'll teach you, kid.
Another reason people were kind of getting agitated, I think.
Yeah, just
with
do
her
those.
Too. Oh Lord, of course. For those
Why?
of you
It's
on
her Instagram.
iHeartRadio, it's her in a bikini, but of course it is. But the other thing is too is
She wearing a
apparently
cup there too.
Good gracious. Before she had ever even stepped on the field at halftime, apparently she goes into the locker room just all pumped up and goes like
She
all,
gave a speech.
She did.
We're
Just
gonna
big-
win this.
Big
Come on,
rally
Smokes.
cry and starts
Right.
Rally
mouthing
the
off
troops.
to these players. I mean,
I'd
these,
do that too if I were her. Man, if
I mean,
they
who-
called me in, they're like, "Hey, Wayne, we want you to kick a football for us." I'd make the most of it. I'd be back there in the locker room saying, "Yeah." I give a big, like one of those Keanu Reeves speech. Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves was in a football movie.
Yeah, the
Replacements. Yeah.
Yeah, replacements.
You know what she tweeted?
It was like a
Give
rally
Al
cry. It
Pacino
said that it
speech
said
on any
that
given Sunday.
she said that it pissed her off that there wasn't more excitement coming from the
It's team
sidelines,
spirit.
and I'm like, okay, well,
Your team sucks.
Well, your
Tell
team's
them-
0
yeah,
8. How are you supposed to
exactly.
have some
You're down
excitement?
21-0.
Well,
At
she was
halftime.
she was trying to give credit for the win, all of the wins that she had gotten while playing soccer to
that's
the
not-
team
it's-
spirit and whatnot, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a minute part of it, but
whole
doesn't
different.
yeah.
But that's a whole different
It
sport.
comes-
Soccer and football.
it
It's
comes-
just two
it-
But she
different
was
kind
allowed
of.
in the locker room with everybody. That must have been awkward.
Plus, she's not
yeah,
the
right?
first.
That's another good
She's not
point,
the
yeah.
first female kicker to make the headlines.
There's been three.
Right.
Three total. I believe one was in University of New Mexico. The other, I don't recall, but she is the first female kicker to play in like one of the Big
I
Five.
didn't realize
Big Five,
college
yeah.
football allowed for mixed gender football.
Well, it's weird because there's this one. Hold on.
Same with it's athletics all around. I grew up as a wrestler, and we had female wrestlers, and
Yeah.
so sometimes we'd have tournaments where female wrestlers would wrestle males, but then for my state in Illinois, they would do male state and then female state. So, but
I don't
they-
recall there ever being wrestling.
Here, well, check out this one. Here's probably the most famous female kicker at college football, and she was good. But I don't think she ever won any awards. So that's a good point that you guys brought up. Here, let's take a look.
Oh, good grief. Kathy Ireland.
Yeah, this is Texas State University.
necessary. rough.
Okay, the Armadillos.
Love it.
Okay. Did you ever see the Armadillos play? Red Pill, Jen?
No, I didn't.
Okay, they're pretty. They were also pretty bad too.
Seen them on the side of the road. They didn't look too good.
on the team will be the laughing stock of college football.
What do you think we are now?
Oh, he was a great center.
The best.
No, I actually kicked a game when I was in high school.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's try one.
Kathy Ireland, the greatest
Yes.
college football kicker female of all time.
Manu,
Yeah,
Manu,
get it,
Sam,
Quantum Leap.
Sam.
Yeah, Quantum Leap. Scott Bakula.
Spectacular.
hello, Manu.
Manu.
Manu, hike me the ball.
Come on, Manu.
That was,
Damn it, Manu.
Calm him down.
Relax, big guy. You've already got the job.
Terrible acting. By the way, Kathy Ireland.
Yeah, she should just stick to purses for Kmart.
Yeah.
she was pretty good in James Bond.
Wrong one. That was Denise Richards.
There it is.
Yeah.
And that's the best female in college.
That was a little off.
All right, take it back 10 yards.
Well, let's say you're gonna.
See, there you go. That totally happened.
Sinbad.
Sinbad. I forgot he was in this.
TV, man.
We got to party.
Women
And,
take over the
this is
sport.
the first football
How about
movie
taking
that
it back
guy was
10
in, too,
yards?
to the left, because he was also in Any Given Sunday.
Yes. Look at her go. See? She knows how to kick.
But that's
Yeah, yeah.
that with no pressure though.
You know what? That's a good point, babe.
It's different when
But you know, in interviews though, Fuller, she's of course been asked multiple times if she was feeling the pressure, and I think her attitude might have a lot to do with it too, because in interviews she's come off sounding
God.
very, very arrogant and very,
What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think it was like in the afterwards? Do you think Sarah Fuller had to wait for everyone to leave the showers, or?
I think they probably have a female locker room.
Well, why did
Yes, Manu.
why did Kathy Ireland use the female showers
Yes, Manu.
at TSU?
This is silly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go halfway across campus just to take a shower. I'm an armadillo, just like the others.
You're an armadillo, but not like the others.
Do you think Sarah did the showers with them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Manu, the human
You're
wall.
okay, Manu.
Couldn't see anything.
Joe.
Oh, is the water warm? What, Lawyer Wayne? This is what? This is a college documentary.
Is it documentary?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is it the Calvin
Just
Klein
don't try to
commercial?
carry me in or anything.
If you want to see the worst Kathy Ireland performance in a movie, look up an old movie called Alien from L.A.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
If you remember the show Mystery Science Theater 3000, they made fun of that movie, and I was like, this is great.
I love that show.
WTF, though. I mean,
WTF. Again, I really think that if they hadn't have made such, if they hadn't have done that whole co-player thing and whatnot, I really think it wouldn't have. I don't think it would have ticked as many people off. I mean, there's always going to be the purists who think that women athletes don't belong in certain sports and everything.
To be
else.
honest with you, I don't think for safety reasons. You go to tryout. Have a tryout.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. When you got guys like Manu over there,
Because
okay,
opponents and kickers can still get hit.
oh
Yes.
and boy do they.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to remember because I was watching a game and I want to say
the rule is, soon as the punter kick the ball, you can't touch him.
Right.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
if
exactly.
the punter's like, oh yeah,
If the punter fumbles,
Okay.
then
because
it's fair
this one,
game.
This one, what I want to say it was an Alabama game like last season, and they had already kicked the ball, and then they just completely got plowed.
Yeah, that was
totally sad.
Can't
Yeah.
do that.
And I think it cost the guy, pulled him out of the game, cost him like 20 some odd yards. I don't know.
Here's my WTF. She made this about her being a girl. Do you know how?
She did.
On Twitter before the game and everything, she said that I want to put on my helmet, play like a girl.
And she did put that on the back of her helmet.
Okay?
Which I get that. She's full of
I
pride
get
for
it.
what she's
But she
done.
made it about a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
You
She
remem-
could have left it alone.
You remember the movie Starship Troopers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the high school game? It was co-ed. The football was.
It was.
Don't get me wrong. Like you know what's great? And I don't know if you brought up wrestling. Wrestling's back when I went to high school. There was no guy team, girl team. It was mixed.
Yeah, it still is.
And it was great. If you were good enough at that weight class, boom, you win. Deidre Mamano was on our team.
Yeah.
She was great. Well, she got 5 wins, but boom, good for her. Football, there's no weight classes.
Yeah.
No.
Right. UFC, it works great. Why? Weight classes. Well, they do separate them now.
Well, in the
For a
beginning,
reason.
In the beginning, it wasn't no.
I think it, I
Pro
think
wrestling too. Is they do
regardless
the
of-
intergender matches, and I think that's all. That's fun
regardless
to watch.
of your
I mean, that's
gender,
funny.
look, if you're willing to go out there and get your ass handed to you by guys that are 10, 15 times your size, if you're good enough and you're up for it, go for it, dude. More power to
WNBA?
ya. Yeah, well.
What if LeBron identified next season as a woman?
I would love to see
Labrina?
that, though.
Okay.
Labrina James?
Oh, you
I
talk
love
about Joanna Man, huh? You
Hey,
talking about
Joanna
that,
Man.
that
Joanna
movie.
Man.
That movie.
And goes plays for the WNBA.
Mhm.
Will the women rights, yeah, will they be like that then?
I don't know.
No. They'd be like this. Damn it, there goes all of our records.
Right.
Lawyer Wayne, you get the final say on this one.
They didn't invent sports for women segregated because they didn't want women beating all the men.
Excuse me.
It wasn't being insulting to women.
Right.
They let women play sports against other women because they want women to have an interesting and fun time and to display their athleticism in a fair environment.
That's right.
And to destroy women's sports and force what this cannot lead to is the idea that we ought to destroy women's sports and force them to just play in the same leagues as men, because then we will not have the opportunity to see a star athlete like this lady
Sarah Fuller.
play to her best ability. She'll be dominated by men unless something biologically changes with men and women.
She's an ass-kicking soccer player. No doubt about it.
I think what Lawyer Wayne said, I think that's a very fair and valuable way to sum it up. I really do.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like we're having weight classes. We don't make people fight in weight classes because we don't think they're good, right? That they're not skilled, that they're not good at fighting or whatever. It's just if you put a small guy in with a big guy, it's not an interesting
called
fight. It's not
physics.
fair.
Yeah.
It's called physics
Don't
and logic.
don't ever do that.
And if you have a sport where it's appropriate to let a woman compete against a man, where gender doesn't matter and their weight doesn't matter and their muscles don't matter. Fine, have chest messages.
Like prime, prime example. You saw the Mike Tyson Ward Jones fight.
Yeah.
You saw the difference in that fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were out of shape.
Or golf courses can be adjusted where you let them start just a little bit ahead, and it's good.
Equal rights.
Yeah.
I want to start ahead. All right. Well, hey, let us know about your comments, what you think about Red Pill Jen's today's WTF. Nice job.
Thank you, Joe.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.